Hello and welcome. I am Umbra and this is Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. If you notice, we are in the early morning. I did some sleeping and a little bit of reading before I fell asleep. And then, right before I started recording, I moved some of the extra clothes that we couldn't use over to the space here, and then I kind of butchered them up and just trying to practice some of my tailoring and crafting skills. So it's still in the early morning. We're currently at this safe house. I want to try while we have the opportunity to get up to this house. If you remember correctly, there's a large amount of zombies over there. And then from there, I'm not sure where I want to make a plan to go. I think I want to try and hit up the museum, and if I can find a decently working vehicle, I may try to leave this town. I don't know what's immediately around, so I don't know whether I'd go north, south, east, or west. I might try to head towards the office tower. But I think first priority is finishing our kit out so we can carry some more stuff and maybe find a better weapon, even though this combat knife is pretty decent. Or this survival knife? Survival knife is pretty decent. I'd like to get a spear or something that puts us in less danger to fight. Um, so we're gonna exit out through here like we did last time. We're gonna exit out through the side window just because I feel it opens us up to less things potentially being able to see us. We are a little cold. Our head, mouth, and legs are actually a little cold. I wonder why our legs are cold. Jeans, socks. Maybe I should have worn some of those cargo shorts over my current clothes. I think there was something in here that might be useful. Let me do a quick check. Um, if we can find something to put on over our legs, it would be really beneficial, but it doesn't look like it. I'd like to grab just a little food to carry around with me. Not too much, because we don't have that much ability to carry different things right now. But we're going to head north into this other house. We're going to have to cross the street, which is a little dangerous. So we got a boomer over there. Now, I probably haven't talked about boomers before, but you may have seen in the last episode I got covered in bile, and it made my vision go all purple. If they explode, they'll do that, but they'll also try and just vomit on you if they're too far away. I just want to avoid this one and hope that he hasn't caught my scent. And since it doesn't look like he's moving towards me, I'm going to try and just cross the street here. But they're usually not terribly dangerous, they're just really bad in conjunction with other enemies. So now we're going to open this door. Fortunately, it was unlocked. We're going to close these windows before daylight comes, just in case we're here for daylight. I believe daylight starts to crack around 6:30, though it might change depending on the season. I'm not sure if the game maps that. Again, I'm still very new. I don't think I've ever survived past the fall. So we're going to just close all these windows, check the house, see if there's anything useful. We're going to grab all these sewing kits real quick. We're not going to carry them for very long, but I just want to grab them real quick, and then I will do something with them shortly. So, and then what's this? A pair of mittens, some books, some of those could be useful. So while we have a moment and nothing's chasing us, we're going to press capital U and we're going to unload these sewing kits. And then we're going to drop them. So we unloaded the sewing kits of their thread. I believe we still have another sewing kit back at the base. Oops, I forgot to drop it. I just want its thread so I can put them into other kits. I believe a tailoring kit is a better version of it. We just haven't found one yet, so maybe at some point we will find one soon. And this is a yet different basement layout than everything I've shown so far, and if I remember correctly, this one's generally a fun one. Under barrel laser sight and a screwdriver. Well, I have a screwdriver set, so I don't really need that. And I want to see. So what you may notice around is there's a whole bunch of what looks to be ammo and guns, which this is actually a very nice find. My only regret is that I don't really have the space to carry a lot of this. How much does that weigh? 2 pounds for 40 birdshot. I think I'm going to carry that with me since we have that Remington. It's not going to do a lot of damage, but it may get us out of some tricky spots. I'm just going to carry that with me for now. I may stash it somewhere. Again, kind of disappointed there was no real good gear here. But then we're going to try to move over to this house. And I think we're going to go out the back of the house. Hopefully it's still dark outside. And I'm going to try crossing here without encountering anything. This is actually one of the more optimal times to do exploration. A lot of people on the forums and other people I've seen play the game, they suggest traveling at night and just making very little noise. And it really works for a lot of different things, but I don't know, something about being able to see appeals to me. It's kind of why I picked night vision. But I may start doing oh, this has a garage. I may start doing night runs if it looks like that's a more useful thing. And now you'll notice that my vision box has changed, the little blackness around us. That's because I believe the sun is rising. So we have a little time to get in here, and I kind of want to close some of the front windows before anything can really see us. Even though this is turn-based, it's kind of making me panic just a little bit. I just need to get to the windows before the daylight comes. Uh-oh. They don't see me yet. Okay, so they're still... I'm just getting a little vision around me, but they can't see me just yet. So that's actually really good. So we're going to close these windows. I'm going to close the side windows. I'm going to check for any... Uh-oh. We're just going to close that door. And that was an acidic zombie. Let's hope he doesn't make a whole bunch of noise. So I'm going to try and grab a few things really quick. We're going to take... we're going to eat the plum. We're going to take the clean water. We're going to drop the survival knife for a moment. We're going to unload the plastic bottle of clean water. We're going to pour it into our canteen. We're going to drop the plastic bottle real quick. We're going to take our survival knife. And then we're going to close that door and hope that they don't notice us. A wool poncho. One over the covers the torso. Torso is not what we were really having a problem with, so I'm not going to take that right now. Long string. I'm going to see if I can craft something real quick. There is one spike tool with hammering of one or more. So I'm going to go out and... Oh, I see where I spotted the zombie. He's down over here. I don't think we're in a lot of trouble from him. I just want to go out and grab a rock real quick. What can I get rid of to... Well, we're thirsty, so let's go ahead and drink the energy cola and drink the grape drink. And then we're going to litter, because we're bad people. We're going to take that rock and move down over here. Uh-oh. How... This is not good. So, I'm guessing they figured out that I was in the back room and decided it's a good idea to try and come in there. There's a lot of zombies over there. A tough zombie is really a lot more of a problem than many other zombies are. They can take a large amount of beating and... yeah, and they're just, in general, a bigger threat to your survival than most other enemies. We're going to try and take this one out. Just going to keep moving and do quick stabs. We're going to butcher the zombie. And I don't see anything particularly useful on him. Oh. So, this is why I grabbed that steak knife. I wanted to see if... So we press the T button for throw item. And... oh, there it is. I'm going to try and throw this at the acidic zombie for 1 damage. Never mind, that did not work out as well as I thought it would. I'm not sure how well this is going to work, but I'm going to just try pelting him with sharp rocks. 2 damage. Yeah, probably not the best thing. So I'm going to try and engage him like I engaged the tough zombie. Try and keep close to the wall just to avoid alerting too many enemies. We have pulled that other zombie over here, but that's not too big of a problem. I'm going to let that acidic zombie be for a moment. If I try to smash it or butcher it, while it's got acid on it, it will hurt me. If I try to smash it, it will probably splash acid everywhere. So we're going to engage this zombie real quick. We're going to pull him over here, fight him in the trees. Step back. And this method of fighting enemies will last you pretty much through the whole of the game. I have found a lot of times I've died is when I stopped doing that, when I stopped trying to kite enemies and just, oh, I can take them on, there's no threat to them. And a lot of times there's not, but then every once in a while, one will get a lucky hit on you, and then two will get a lucky hit on you, and the damage just will stack up. So, yeah, it's not a great idea. So just try to keep kiting enemies if you're in a dangerous spot, or always remember, there's always the option of running, unless you're really injured on your legs. So we're going to try and craft, makeshift glaive, 1 blade, a makeshift knife, I can make a spike. I'm trying to remember how you make a spike. I think it is in others. I need 2 chunks of steel. What is this? It's a sink? I wonder if it's made out of metal. I'm going to try and break this apart, but I want to make sure nothing's coming over while we're working on this. Might actually be better to use something a little different. There's this heavy stick. I'm going to wield this heavy stick. And ceramic shards, copper tubing. Wasn't what I thought it would be. So what can we craft now that's a little different? The reason I'm trying to get a spear so much is just because a spear will keep you outside of the range of your enemies, and that that can do more for you than having a really good close, right next to weapon. Because even if you don't do that much damage each hit, you're still able to keep a buffer zone. I'm going to try and type in find spear. Okay, so there's no type of spear. I think that actually may be a survival crafting recipe, but if I could make the makeshift knife and I believe something else, or if I can find a piece of rebar, but that can be difficult to find. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick up my survival knife again, dispose of the heavy stick. I was hoping I could make a better weapon, but for right now I don't believe we can. And I want to check this garage, because I didn't get to check it because the zombie was here. There's a head torch. Cut, environmental protection, none. You know what? I'm going to wear it. I don't know, does that really encumber my head anymore? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, also, I want to reorganize some of my gear. Let's see, hoodie. I really need a better hoodie, one that actually fits. Long sleeve shirt, jeans. Well, I want the socks to be under my jeans. Sunglasses, scarf, leather gloves, hoodie. It's good to do this every once in a while because that's the order in which things will actually get damaged on you, as far as I know. I know in the older versions of the game it used to make a difference on what layers things were. I don't think it changes the encumbrance in this version of the game, but I could be wrong. So just keep an eye out for that, and that's why I stopped there for a moment to organize that. There seems to be more zombies over there. We're going to ignore them for a second. This one has noticed us. I'm going to try and pull him around. Maybe I can pull some more enemies around. Let's see. Tom Hooper is in this house. Liquor store. You know what? Maybe I want to try and pull back a little bit. And then go over. Go into the wilderness a little bit. There'll be less zombies to see us. Where is he talking to me from? Did I just miss him? Hey there, buddy. Care to trade? Large pistol primer, bandana, small plastic bottle. I don't think I want to trade anything with him. I'm going to let him fight a whole bunch of enemies. He looks like he's got some weapons. And I'm going to move into this house real quick. There's a tough zombie in there. Oop. So we're going to just kite and hit. Hit and run. Kind of in a corner, but we managed to get through it. Butcher. I'm going to ignore that for now. Does it have anything on it? Pliers. Since I can carry that, I'm going to for right now. And I'm going to go over here, see if there's any clothing. I'm going to close this door just for a moment. I heard some noise out here. Oh, more zombies. Alright, so we're going to try and just take these on, since there's a few of them. 1, 2, and that should drop him. Oh, but there is a boomer. I'm going to try and fight this zombie right here on this chair. Hit him twice. out and hit him once. Alright. And then I'm going to throw a rock at this boomer. Sometimes I believe you can get them to explode, even if you don't do all the damage to them at once. Just trying to see if there's anything I can throw at them. Bounce this off the boomer's thick hide. Yeah, this is probably not a good situation. I don't necessarily want to try and run away from here, but I don't know if I want to engage that boomer just yet. So we're going to pause it here. I'm going to give it some thought on how I want to deal with this situation. I may just go in for it because I don't believe they do a lot of damage when they explode. They just cover you in the purple goop, making it really hard to see. So, thank you for joining me. I'm Inverta Umbra, and this has been Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. Have a good one.